knees like that?
We are. We're gonna go into child's pose. So one thing that you can do with child's pose is if you're struggling with low back pain, you can bring your knees together. You don't have to go wide. And if you bring your knees together, it protects your low back a little bit. Also, you can bring your back up a little bit. So if you feel good about having your knees wide, then we can go there. But if it protects your low back more, you can definitely bring your knees together.
Okay.
All right, let's go ahead and start by walking our hands out in front of us, bringing our forehead down to the mat, taking a deep inhale, and relaxing down into our child's pose as we exhale. Bringing our focus to our breath, inhaling air into our lungs, and our minds and our hearts. Exhaling, relaxing our body, bringing our thoughts to our yoga mat here, and our attention to our body and our breath. Letting go of the outside world just for a few moments while we're here together. Controlling your inhale and controlling your exhale. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Gently massaging your forehead, rolling your head side to side. Taking a deep inhale and exhale, walking your fingers out just a little bit further. Spreading your palms open wide. Stretching out your fingers, beginning to feel your shoulders open up. Breathing air into your shoulders, into your low back, into your spine. Elongating your spine, reaching through the crown of your head. On your next inhale, walking both hands over to the right side of the mat, reaching those fingers up towards the right corner. Feeling your left shoulder open and your stretch down your left side. Inhale, walking your hands back to center, spreading those palms open wide, taking a deep inhale and a full exhale. On your next inhale, walking your hands to the left side of the mat, spreading out your fingers, reaching towards the corner of your mat, opening up your right shoulder, feeling the stretch down your right torso into your hips. Next inhale, bringing your hands back to center, reaching out in front of you, opening your palms to the floor. Bringing your awareness to your breath.
expectations. Just being kind and gentle and loving with your body today. On your next inhale, pressing yourself up onto your hands and knees. Bringing your wrists underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. Stacking your joints. A nice neutral neck looking down at your mat. And taking a deep inhale as you inhale, lifting your chin and your hips to the ceiling. Rotating the insides of your elbow towards the front of the room. Lifting your head and neck up out of your shoulders. This would be the cow portion of cat-cow. Taking a deep inhale. And as you exhale, rounding your back, pushing up through your shoulder blades, tucking your chin and your hips in towards your belly. Really pulling your shoulder blades apart, reaching up towards the ceiling. This being the cat portion of the cat-cow. And inhale, arch your back, lifting your head and hips to the ceiling. And exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Again, inhale, arch. Exhale, round. One more each side. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. And back to center. Taking a nice deep inhale, lifting the right arm high, looking up towards your fingers. And exhale, swooping under your body, coming through the triangle on the left side. Reaching your left arm out in front of you, spreading your palms open to the ceiling. Squaring your hips up to the front of the room. Using your breath. Noticing your weight in your knees. And if you're sinking down into the right side or left side, squaring your hips up, making the minor adjustments. And as you inhale, pressing yourself back up onto your hands and knees. Taking a full breath cycle, inhale and exhale. On your next inhale, lifting the left arm high, looking up towards your fingers, and exhale, swooping under your body, bringing your left hand through the right triangle, reaching your right hand out in front of you, palm open to the floor. Spreading your fingers out and squaring your hips up to the front of the room. Being aware of your breath, fully inhaling and fully exhaling. next inhale, bringing yourself back up to your hands and knees. Bringing your wrists underneath your shoulders. Curling your toes up on the mat. And on our next inhale, lifting our hips up to the back of the room. Pressing through the palm of your hands, nice long spine, looking down at your mat. And one heel at a time, pressing down towards the mat, walking your dog. Opening up your posterior chain. Taking an inhale, coming up on your toes, stretching your toes out on the mat. And exhale, bringing both heels down towards the mat, pushing to the palm of your hands. And inhale, slowly walking your hands in towards your feet, coming into a forward fold. Hinging at the hips, slight bend in your knees, and letting all of your weight go, dropping your head down. Shaking your head back and forth, making sure there's no tension in your neck. Grabbing opposite elbow with opposite hand, creating a little box for your head to hang down in. And gently shifting your weight from side to side. Swaying back and forth, releasing the tension in your low back. Taking a deep inhale and exhale, releasing your arms down to the mat. And on your next inhale, slowly letting your head and arms dangle down, one vertebrae at a time. Begin to round your back as you slowly begin to stand. Letting your head be the last thing to come up. As you come up to a standing position. Inhaling your arms up to the ceiling. Looking up in between your hands, reaching the fingers up. And exhale, cactusing your arms at a 90-degree angle and baby back bend, lifting your chin to the ceiling. And inhale, standing back up, reaching your hands. And exhale again, baby back bend. And inhale, reach. And exhale, grabbing your left wrist with your right hand, bringing your left hand over to the right. Inhale, back to center. And exhale, opposite side. And inhale, back to center. Exhale, bringing your hands to heart center. Taking a moment to ground yourself, finding your balance in both feet. And inhale, hinging at the hips, keeping a nice flat spine, flat back, beginning to bend over. And then rolling your back all the way down into a forward fold. Dropping your head and your hands down. Taking a toes pose or a gorilla pose. Toes would be grabbing your two big toes and pulling your chest in towards your knees. Gorilla would be bringing the palm of your hands all the way underneath your foot with your toes touching your wrists. Letting your head hang down. Taking an inhale and straightening your legs. And exhale, bend your knees. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. One more time. Inhale, straighten. And exhale, bend, releasing your hands back down to the mat. And slowly walking yourself out into a high plank. with your wrists underneath your shoulders. Taking a deep inhale. And as we exhale, slowly lowering yourself all the way down to the mat. Bringing your arms down by your side. Bringing your legs together, zipping them up, pointing your toes. We're going to take an inhale, lifting our shoulders and knees up off the mat. Holding tension. Inhale, lift a little higher. And exhale, release, bringing your left ear down to the mat, relaxing your shoulders. On your next inhale, bringing your head back to center, zipping up your legs, arms nice and long, and we're going to inhale, lift, pointing your toes. Nice neutral neck. Yep. Inhale, lift a little bit higher. And exhale, release, bringing your right ear down to the mat and relaxing your shoulders. On your next inhale, bringing your hands up, this time reaching out in front of you. Palms open to the ceiling. Neutral neck, looking down towards your mat, zipping your legs up together. Inhale, lift. And exhale, release, keeping your arms long, placing your palms flat on the floor, bringing your forehead down to the ground. This time with your palms facing the ground. Inhale, lift. And exhale, release, bringing your hands underneath your shoulders. Take an inhale, pressing yourself up and bringing your hips all the way down to your heels. Bringing your forehead to the mat and your arms down beside you with your palms open to the ceiling. Resting your chest on your knees.
This one I can't do for my neck won't let me do this, so I've been kind of modifying it like this.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, no problem. You may also stack your hands, Kate, like this, and rest your forehead here.
Okay.
Does that help?
Yeah. Yeah, my neck just won't bend in that direction.
Sure.
You have to let me.
Is that what's going on? Lunch, please? Yoga? This is yours.
On your next inhale, bringing your hands underneath your shoulders, walking yourself back into a tabletop position. Taking a deep inhale, lifting your hips up to the ceiling, coming into a downward facing dog. Taking a full breath cycle, inhaling all the way, fully exhaling. On your next inhale, lift your right leg high. And as you exhale, swoop it under your body and bring it forward and plant it in between your hands. Planting your back foot down on the mat at a 45-degree angle. And other way. Yeah, perfect. There you go. And then we're going to inhale deep into a lunge, lifting our arms up to the ceiling into warrior one. So here I want you to check in with your front knee, and if you need to make a minor adjustment for it to be at a 90-degree angle so it's not all overshooting your toes or back here. And then try to make sure it's pressing out over your pinky toe. Don't let it cave in. So you're actively pressing. And then I want you to think about squeezing your inner thighs together. And as you do that, it's going to square your hips and chest up to the front of the room. So squeezing those inner thighs together. Inhale, reach.
And exhale, open up into warrior two. So we're looking over our front middle finger, reaching your hands out in each direction. Again, making sure your knee is tracking out over your pinky toe. Taking a deep inhale, dropping your back arm, lifting that front arm up and over, reversing your warrior. And then exhale, windmilling your arms all the way down to the mat, coming into a high plank. Taking a deep inhale at the top of your plank. Exhale, lowering all the way down to the mat. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, curling your toes up, coming into a downward facing dog. Taking a full breath cycle here. On your next inhale, lifting that left leg high. And exhale, bringing it under your body, planting your foot in between your hands, dropping the back foot at a 45-degree angle. Taking an inhale, lifting your arms up to the ceiling into warrior one. Checking in with your knee, pressing it out towards your pinky toe, and then scissoring your inner thighs together, squaring up your hips to the front of the room. Inhale, reach. And exhale, opening up into warrior two. Looking over your front middle fingers. Thank you. Reaching your fingers out in each direction. Taking a deep inhale, dropping your back arm, lifting your front arm up and over, reversing your warrior. And exhale, windmilling your arms all the way down, coming into high plank. Taking a deep inhale and exhale, lowering slowly all the way down to the mat. And inhale, cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. We're gonna go through that one more time on each side, and we're gonna move to our breath. So it's gonna go kind of quickly. We're gonna inhale, right leg high. Exhale, lunge forward, planting your back foot. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, windmilling all the way down into high plank. Taking a deep inhale at the top. Exhale all the way down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice work, ladies. We're almost there. Take a full breath cycle here. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, lunge, planting your back foot. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, windmilling all the way down into high plank. Taking a deep inhale at the top. Exhale, lowering all the way down. Inhale, cobra. And this time, exhale, coming into child's pose. Nice work, ladies.
Right, we're gonna lift here.
Steadying your breath. Nice and controlled. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. On your next inhale, pressing yourself up onto your hands and knees, and going ahead and transition over into a seated position. Bringing your legs out in front of you. Taking a deep inhale, raising your arms to the ceiling, and exhale, folding forward, reaching down towards your toes, grabbing your toes or the bottom of your feet, and dropping your head down in between your arms. Really stretching your posterior chain.
Using your breath. Exhaling, letting go of resistance.
I don't mean that as a bad thing, you know?
Taking a deep inhale. And on your exhale, going just a little deeper. Deep inhale. And begin to release as you exhale, slowly rolling your back one vertebrae at a time. Bringing your head up as you come into a full seated position, rolling your shoulders back. Grabbing your roller, putting it behind you, bringing your feet flat on the mat. You might want to slide down on your mat.
I would like me if you're later.
You're fine, you're great. We're going to one hand at a time, very nice and controlled. Lower ourselves down. Kate, is this okay on your back?
Yeah, I can't do that as much of it, but I can kind of like,
Okay. If you can get there and be able to relax in whatever state you're there, then we're succeeding. If you're fighting it, then we can come up with a modification for you.
Holly, is my bum supposed to be on the floor?
If you can, yes, if you can rest your hips on the floor,
Okay.
and then your head is just gonna drop down. Maybe the top of your head rests on the mat.
Okay.
If not, you can let it dangle. So you open up your shoulders and the palm of your hands to the ceiling, which opens your shoulders and allows your shoulder blades to fall down around either side of the roller. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, release all of your tension and your weight, relaxing down onto the roller, allowing it to open up your chest and your shoulders and your spine and vertebrae. If it's there for you and you would like to, you can bring the soles of your feet together in a butterfly pose, opening up your knees. If that does not feel good to you, you can keep your feet flat on the mat with your knees bent. Taking a deep inhale, and as you exhale, rolling over onto your left side, pulling the roller out from underneath you and setting it to the side and rolling all the way back down onto your back. Hugging your knees into your chest. Gently rocking from side to side, massaging your spine. Inhale, tucking the knees in tight, and exhale, dropping the right leg down to the mat, squeezing the left knee into the chest. And inhale, lifting the left foot up to the ceiling, pressing up through the heel, pointing your toes down towards your head. And rotating your ankle, first one way, making big circles with your toes, and then the other way. Inhaling your knee back into your chest. With your left hand on top of your left knee, opening your knee out to the side, opening up your hip flexor, relaxing your left glute. next inhale, bringing your knee back to your chest, switching hands, and exhale, pulling your knees slowly across your body towards the right side, keeping both shoulder blades on the mat. Inhaling back to center, bringing both knees into the chest, squeezing in tight. Deep inhale and exhale your right leg down to the mat, your left leg down to the mat, squeezing your right leg into your chest. And inhale, lifting your right leg up to the ceiling, using your hands behind your leg to support your right leg. Pressing up through your heel, pointing your toes down towards your head. And rotating your ankle, making big circles with your toes. And then switching directions. And inhale your right leg to your chest, bringing your right hand on top of your right knee and opening up to the right side. Relaxing that right glute. On your next inhale, bringing your knee back to chest, switching hands, and exhale, slowly bringing your knee across your body to the left side, keeping both shoulder blades on the mat. Center, bringing both knees in, tucking them in tight. Inhaling both legs up, using your hands behind your legs, pressing up through your heels, pointing your toes towards your head. And pointing your toes to the ceiling. And then flexing, pressing through your heels. Again, pointing your toes to the ceiling. And then flexing, pressing through the heels. Deep inhale, bringing your knees back into your chest. And exhale, dropping one foot down at a time. Bringing the soles of your feet together, opening up your knees into butterfly. Bringing your arms down to your side with your palms open to the ceiling. Bringing your attention to your breath. Feeling your belly rise as you inhale and fall as you exhale. Filling up your lungs. And releasing. Taking a deep inhale, bringing your knees back up, planting your feet on the mat. And exhale, releasing your legs all the way down into our final pose. Relaxing every muscle in your body, starting with your feet, letting them fall out to the side, releasing tension in your calves, your hamstrings, and your quads. Releasing tension in your hips and pelvis. Feeling your belly rise as you inhale and fall as you exhale. Relaxing your chest and your shoulders. Walking down your arms, relaxing your hands and your fingers. Releasing your neck. Releasing your jaw. Removing the tongue from the roof of your mouth. Relaxing your eyes and your forehead, all the way to the crown of your head. Taking a deep inhale, wiggling your fingers and your toes, bringing awareness back into your physical body. Keeping your eyes closed. When you're ready, rolling over onto your left side. Pausing here, absorbing the benefits of your practice. And keeping your eyes closed. When you're ready, pressing yourself up into a seated position. Bringing your hands to heart center. Looking within yourself in this moment. Having gratitude for your body, for the movement that it has given you. Gratitude for your heart, for the openness to love yourself. Gratitude for your mind, for bringing its attention into your body. The divine and the light in me sees the divine and the light in each of you. And together we say, Namaste.
Namaste.